I get this question sometimes, and I think it's a good question. Somebody will say, how do I know somebody's a good attorney? Or how do I find a good attorney? How do I know that this person knows what they're doing and what area I need an attorney for? Whether it be you're looking for an attorney for a will or attorney in a criminal case, right? How do I know this person is a good attorney? It's not just some BS person who's going to take my money and not care about me. And there's a lot of different ways you can approach it. But this is just one of my suggestions, okay? A lot of times we use social media for what its intended purpose was, like catching up with friends and family and people you haven't seen in a while, and then updating people about what's going on in their life. But there's a missed opportunity with social media too. I think, and we're starting to see people do it more and more, like with recipes, or I'm looking to buy this type of computer, what do you think? But there needs to be more crowdsourcing that happens on social media as far as getting information, because the number one marketing is word of mouth. If somebody hears something from somebody else, there's a likelihood that they're going to go with that, as opposed to something they just Google in the internet that somebody paid for that space on Google to be at the top. That doesn't tell you that the person's a good attorney. It just tells you they can afford the market, right? Just because somebody has money doesn't always mean they're good at what they do. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does, but not always. So word of mouth gives people that peace of mind where, oh, I know this guy. He said he hired this attorney. He took care of him. That makes me feel confident. So what I would say is get on Facebook, right? Get on Twitter and say, hey, I'm looking for an attorney for a will. Any recommendations? Or let's say it's a criminal case. You don't want people to know you need the attorney because you don't want people in your business. Just say, hey, I have a friend or family member who's looking for an attorney in the Houston area or in the Orlando area or in the Birmingham area. Have any recommendations? And then see what names pop up. And if it's a specific type case, if it's a criminal case, for example, try to be as specific as possible. Not the facts, but say, hey, somebody know an attorney who does DWIs in the New Orleans area? Or does somebody know a Social Security attorney in Los Angeles area? You know, something like that. Don't just say, I'm looking for a lawyer in this area. What type of law? And like I said, again, in a criminal case, if you don't want to know it's for you, just say a friend or family member is looking for this type of attorney, a DWI attorney in the Houston area. See what names come up. And if you start to see the same name pop up, that's one of the better ways you can kind of be like, okay, I think that guy might be all right because I keep seeing the same name. That would be my suggestion as far as a starting place for trying to find, if some, a decent attorney or somebody who'll give you peace of mind that they know what they're doing. Because peace of mind is so important. You don't want, again, somebody who's just going to take your money and not really work the case or not really care. So use social media, crowdsource more. Use it for there's all this data sitting there that these businesses know how to monetize, but we don't monetize it personally, or not say socially monetize it, right? So do that. Crowdsource more and ask people those questions, and you can get that information. Because I think that's a better thing than Google. Because Google just tells you who paid for the space, right? Who afforded that space. But if you, have somebody you got 1,000 friends, and I bet half of those friends are within a certain area in which you live, right? Because that's just the way it is. And so I think they would know. That's my 2 cents.